Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I am Frozemelon, and today we'll continue on with our ladder climb. So we have been really having some bad matchups with the big mage deck at the moment, just coming against these massive control decks that just have a one-turn combo kill on me, which is kind of unfortunate. I mean, my deck's designed to kind of beat other ones that are more aggressive. But anyway, let's just jump into another game.
Jaina versus
Okay, Paladin. This might be a little bit better for me.
My blade burns with holy fire.
We'll keep the 4, we'll keep that, we'll toss that. Would like something a bit more semi-aggressive, but this is still good with the sheep being on turn 2, this turn 6. Later.
I see you brought guests.
And we're going to play against the aggressive deck that decides he wants to have 40 cards in it. Brilliant. Alright, he might do, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, there's probably a question for some of you that are probably asking, like, well, if I'm losing against control decks, why don't I kind of like make adjustments to the deck? And look, the easiest answer is my deck isn't designed to win against those. Just 100% it's not. The combo that they end up playing off and just beating me, if I try and build against that, like there are cards I probably could have a look at me putting in or try and find something that I could probably end up just doing, but statistically I would make my deck worse in the matchups I already do well in. And that's not what I want to do. I want to make sure I have the highest probability of winning those matchups, with the odd occasion maybe of beating other decks that are out there as well. And kind of that's the main focus. So it's kind of like when you are looking to try and counter the meta itself is, one, what you're trying to counter, and then two, the second bit of it, which by the looks of it we are just playing against a AFK person. Yeah, to be honest, if this just goes AFK the whole time, I will just skip this game, because no one wants to watch me literally draw until my late game. Or at least I believe it is a bot that I'm playing against. Yeah, we'll coin this out. Well, do we? Play this. No point playing this now, because I want to reduce this. This might be a bot game, to be honest. As I was saying, yeah, I wouldn't want to change the deck itself just to try and beat those late game matchups I'm not going to win anyway. Like there's no way for me to come back in those, and on the odd occasion, maybe once out of 30 times, I do get the cards I need at the right time, and I get the cards I want, which is even less of a chance. It statistically isn't advantageous for me to do so when, you know, I could then make my deck worse 5% of the time against aggro decks. And if I'm playing more aggro decks in the first place, which is what I'm designing this deck to kind of play around, then yeah, it's just not going to work out the right way, is it? So yeah, we'll see what this is here. And we'll play this to go through... Oh, it isn't that either. Thought it was. Get those, discount the highest cost card, because I can. So we believe it's a Reckoning or Avenge, so it's probably an Avenge and a Reckoning up at the moment.
Really? It's not too heavy.
Reporting for duty.
So, Avenge is kind of one I can play around now. Play that and that. Next up is to draw another big spell from my deck and reduce its cost. It is the biggest one.
Won't stop shattering.
So now I've got kind of a turn 7 play. I can transform a big whiteboard into sheep. I can also freeze the board if I need to, and then we can just go into basically Dragonfire Amulets 3 times, which would be quite nice. And if I do get the Bran at some point, we can have some really good fun with the deck. But this is what I mean, where it's like they want to be able to have all their 1-drops to trigger this quest, and they got 40 cards, which means they're less likely to draw their 1-drops. And if they've got a lot of 1-drops in the deck, probably the deck isn't going to be very consistent against other things. So it's kind of like here, there, or everywhere. But yeah, I mean, as I was saying, yeah. So making this deck, you know, 5% worse against the matchups I'm good at to have a little bit of a better percentage of winning other decks. It's just not very economical. Like, you might as well just, oh, I'm against a druid, I'll just surrender. Like, you will win more matches in the long run by doing so than trying to make adjustments to your deck as such, which seems really counterintuitive to think that. But once you kind of get past that mindset of like, oh yeah, you know, I don't want to lose those matchups, it's just, no, my deck isn't meant to win them. It's just as simple as that. Once you get past that sort of aspect of the game, and it's like, okay, fair enough. That's the Reckoning. Get another big spell from the deck. I think my opponent has just given up, so another Reckoning.
The light dims, but we fight.
And egg, to be sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, and they're just going straight face. Yeah. You wonder why sometimes. Reckoning, triggers off, that's great. Play this. Because I already got my couple of turns sorted out, I might toss this back, but I do need it in hand, so I'll play it next turn. And then we're going into parrot, so... Yeah. I don't really understand why my opponent is kind of roping all the time. I don't know if they're trying to do other things, they just have a really bad connection.
Reporting for duty.
Or maybe they're just trying to play a fun deck and I'm the one ruining their day. A mixture of many things, probably.
The light dims, but we fight.
Okay, so straight away we're going to play the Dragonfire Amulet. Yeah, that's a pretty big dragon, we'll pick that up. And that is also another dragon, but that is a better dragon for what I want to do here. So now we have my Darkfire Amulet saved. So that is always nice, and then I can just have more fun. So those who probably haven't seen some of the older episodes, I did play the Aegwynn into this deck because the fact that the Death Rattle is quite useful to be put on other cards, and I'm very minion based, so if I play like one of these or like one of these spells, then I get the spell power bonuses from that. Yeah, so we'll just kill that off here. It is the best thing to do. I don't need to do anything else right now, because I'm going to get a board refill every turn. So there's no need for me to play any other spells or anything like that. It's just play stuff that doesn't matter if if I lose it or things like that.
A toast to all who sought to kill me. Come forth, my brood.
So I'm glad we get rid of this straight away.
Heed my warning. I have it.
And ping face.
Insolence.
There we go. No need to do anything else. I could like get 2 spells and then lose them straight away, but that's fine here. I don't mind that, or I overdraw, so...
Reinforcements incoming.
But this is what I said by like, having 40 cards doesn't really help them if they can't control the board. And I've actually done like really well to make sure that I can control the board as well as I can, so... in this case we'll hit this first so I can play 1 card out. Then that goes into there. Push that to there, because I'd rather do that. Play this. See, I would like to play this now, because burning a card makes a difference, and I get more value from it. But I know it goes... Ah, we did get that. In this case, I will just play this out. If this all dies, that's fine. But you see what I mean? Now, this has got, like, +2 spell damage on it, which is kind of a funny way for my opponent to start dealing with things, because... Yeah. Nope. I'm not going to be silly enough to start playing random cards to see if I can actually win the game. Like, if they're at 1 health and it wasn't a paladin and they had no way of healing, I probably would do it. But more than likely they've got a way of healing, so... And I got 1 healing card on board.
Reporting for duty.
Again here, they really should trade into that. Just for their own sake. And here, we'll play this as well. Pink face again. But yeah, I mean, this is like the matchup that you kind of want in the end. It's just a person that is quite literally trying to be able to stop me. Now I just basically get to play. I can freeze that, hit face, and still play other stuff. So I will ping this off, hit face, do that. And there we go, 2 more dragons on board. That is an interesting card. Use their own enemy and its neighbours and gain the stats. Huh.
The exit is this way. Reporting for duty.
Your win.
But there we go. Actually getting a win with this deck is kind of nice. See, I mean, you can saw that as kind of a nice, stable victory, so... But yeah, I don't know what my opponent was doing in the early game. And it goes to show you just like how good some of the cards can be in this deck when you got the right matchups as well, and that's what you're playing around. So if you are got a deck in mind, just be aware of games that you are going to lose. Like, there will be matchups where you do lose constantly, and if you really want to play that deck and you really want to try and make that deck design work, it might be one of those things where it's like, if you are making adjustments, make them sparingly to try and beat those matchups, or in most cases, it's something better for you just to play a different deck in general, and it's the way that things will go. But anyway, if you do enjoy the video, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.